Evan Power, of course. He's the chairman of the Republican Party of Florida, and he's joining us right now on Florida's Voice. We have not had a chance to speak yet. First of all, hey, how are you? How's everything going?
Everything's good. It's great to be here in the state of Florida where we recover from hurricanes pretty quickly.
It is amazing, right? And obviously the hurricane comes through. We see the devastation. It's heart wrenching to see again some of the communities who went through it again for the second time, just in a week's time. Some communities that were hit in the past 2 years ago, like Southwest Florida, some of the tornadoes that got spurred up in places like St. Lucie County. Couldn't believe that. And then something that we all knew, I think, Evan, is that we just knew of the resilience of the people here in the state, but also good governance and the governor getting things done. And some of the numbers I just put out there. And I would challenge other states to be able to do things the way we do at the speed we can do it, getting people back the power on and the like. And just like the governor mentioned, even with those 12 sites, the fueling sites that are available, when you have a budget surplus and you have good governance of people's tax dollars and you're good stewards of that money, it's amazing, Evan, the things that you can get done, right?
No, it is amazing. The sky is the potential here on things that we can do in the budget surplus we have. But obviously, I think Florida is the gold standard on disaster recovery. The governor and the Florida Emergency Management Team does a tremendous job, and they have put us in a place where we can be successful, recover, and get back to work in a short period of time.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And so we'll have some more numbers and the like coming up in just a bit. Speaking of numbers, I was just talking about this a little earlier. I don't want to freak you out or anything, but I hear the Villages is in play. Apparently, apparently there's 151,000 people that live in the Villages, and there's a couple of golf carts that went out with, I guess, getting ready to vote for Kamala Harris, and because there's a new sheriff in town, or a new way forward, or something. I forget what the slogan is. I can't keep track. I don't know. You worried about that? the Villages and what's in play for Democrats, Evan?
No, I think obviously Kamala Harris needs to create momentum where none occurs. And so they've spent a week promoting this Villages golf cart event, and it fell flat. It has nothing like what the Governor DeSantis has when he shows up, or what Donald Trump had when he showed up in the Villages. So what we're going to do is turn out every Republican voter as we move forward, and we're going to win, and we're going to win confidently here in Florida, and hopefully we'll have a great night on November 5th.
Yeah, I believe so too. And obviously, some of the places that you're looking around at across the state. I mean, I know you feel good about the state. Is there anything that you're looking at that you want people to keep an eye on, that you want to make sure that people remember to get out to vote? And certainly, I mean, we want everybody to do that. But at the same time, there have to be places that you've got your eye on, right?
No, I mean, we want every Republican to go out to vote, because that's how we're going to win up and down the ballot. I think what we lose sight of is, even if we're going to win confidently, and the only way we win confidently on November 5th is every Republican turns out. But even if we're winning big at the top of the ticket, school board races, county commission races are important, because that's the next generation of leadership we have for Republicans. So we're focused in those battlefields that we're going to have for the state house in Orlando and Tampa and South Florida. And I think what we're seeing is our turnout in places like Palm Beach County is incredible. And I think it will continue when we get to in-person early voting. And I think we're gonna have some great turnout numbers in the coming weeks.
Yeah, Evan, maybe talk about that a little more, because I like to emphasize that, the one thing that you can't take away from Republicans in this state is the advances, the moves that we've made here. And obviously good governance helps to do that, because everybody benefits from good governance. It's shocking, Evan, how that works. It's like, you mean everybody, not just Republicans? Yeah, not just Republicans benefit. It's an amazing thing how that works. But speak to that once again and emphasize, how we are doing, and some of the numbers in places that people don't expect, like you just mentioned.
Well, I think good governance does everything, because you look at the people who moved here to experience what we were experiencing in Florida, and that made a big difference in our voter registration numbers. So we have 1,050,000 voter registration advantage. What we're seeing in places like Miami, Palm Beach County, where we used to be at a disadvantage considerably, we're narrowing that voter registration margin. And when we turn out our voters, we're going to see that progress in those counties, because we're going to turn out voters at a higher rate than the Democrats are turning out. And that makes those places competitive for the Republican team.
Yeah, I just I love what I'm seeing, but at the same time, I also want people to understand, top of the ballot's great, down ballot is critical, local, and to keep your eye on that, because the left is definitely going to, and Democrats in this state are certainly going to be eyeing down ballot as what they're going to see, and even some of the amendments as an opportunity to either get people to come out or ultimately to do something. And, I don't want to look back and say, what we could have done different, or, to not get laxed, certainly, in feeling like, everything is going to be solid for a long time. You almost always have to play. I hate to say that, but I guess you almost always have to play like you're behind, just to be, it's good to be confident, but it's also another thing to understand how they play.
No, I think it's important to understand that they're going to try to undo all the great progress we've done in, one, constitutional amendments, and two, in trying to take over local governments. If you look at the problems that we had during COVID, it was liberal city governments or county governments that we couldn't control that held us really back on what we've done the rest of the state of Florida. So moving forward, it's not just competing on the top level, it's building out in these counties to make sure that we win every local race, and we take away an ability for them to build a base long term.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, Evan, good stuff. Always good to see you. We'll hope to see you again very soon. All right, all the best. And we get closer and closer. Man, the next time we're going to be, we're already weeks away, but I can't believe how close we are. I'm super excited. So good to see you. All the best. God bless.
Good to see you. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you soon. That's Evan Power right there.